That's weird. That's weird. Kind of weirding me out.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Isn't that weird?
That's weird, man.
It's strange.
What's up, campers? Welcome back to Camp Strange, episode 49. I am your camp counselor, Alex Tobin.
And I'm their camp counselor, David Stokes.
And we're back to bring the spooky, weird, wacky, strange, creepy, stagnant,
and sexy.
and sexy. And we have some news articles for you, as we always do. We always come prepared. What?
As you say, we always come prepared. I just realized I closed my window that had all of my news stories. Shit.
I always come prepared, and
I'll find them.
And I'll start, since I'll give you a little time. So my girlfriend. Oh wait, no, this wasn't my girlfriend. This is my friend.
We get it. You have a girlfriend.
She sent me the other one. Okay, well, my buddy Alex sent me this one, and it says, remains of supermarket employee, 25 years old, who went missing 10 years ago, has been found in an 18-inch gap behind a freezer inside the store.
Wait, sorry, alive?
No.
Just wanted to make sure. Living off the crumbs.
Oh, man, if he was alive, I would be, like, bidding for his movie rights right now.
Be a really boring
It'd
movie.
be like 127 hours is a movie. It's even more. It's just like a longer movie, you know?
Yeah.
So, there'd be a lot of inner monologue in that movie. But apparently this guy, I don't know if he worked at the store. I think he did. But he was 25 years old, and 10 years ago, I guess he ran out of his family home after an argument during a blizzard. And he went to the store he worked at, I guess, and went to the back. And no one really knows what happened, but the store has been closed for 3 years. He's been missing for 10 years, and they started to tear apart the store, you know, like remove the freezer doors and stuff like that, and then they found his body back there.
Yeah.
Which really brings in the question, how many people have been in that freezer and known that there was, I mean, none of them probably, but it's really creepy to think that a body was that close to you in that freezer. Yeah. And how did he fall into an 18-inch gap in a freezer in the first place?
It must have been
Ice cream?
Quite the skinny boy.
Ice cream bar behind the freezer?
I don't know.
Ice cream bar. It's always an ice cream bar. Go to reach for that ice cream bar, fall behind the freezer.
In my mind, I was thinking of like a bar that served ice cream.
No. This was an ice cream sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad, but it's very interesting. The store is called No Frills Supermarket, and it looks more like a construction store than a grocery store.
Yeah.
So we don't have those around here. But, yeah, really interesting how, you know, one day you're reaching for an ice cream bar, and the next you're a skeleton.
Yeah.
So
it happens.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll start mine with the sadder one.
Mine was pretty sad.
Well, the sadder one out of my two.
Oh, okay.
Family really upset as seagull steals dog from garden.
What?
Yeah, seagull snatched up a pupper.
Okay, what kind of dog we talking here?
It looks like a small chihuahua.
Oh, that makes sense. But
His name was Gizmo. Yeah, a seagull snatched him up.
Okay, because that's pretty common within, like, falcons, eagles.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing I've seen seagulls get is maybe, like, a piece of pizza or a French
hot
fry.
Cheetos.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. That must be a really tiny chihuahua, though, because I don't even think those things have talons.
Oh, it definitely was a beak move.
It was a beak move.
Had to have been a beak move.
Then it must have grabbed it by the collar or something.
Seagulls have webbed feet, do they not?
Yeah, I think so.
So I don't think they're going to pick anything up.
I guess you're right. That's so weird.
Seagulls are nasty motherfuckers.
I mean, and what do they do? Do they just, like, drop it from really high up? Is that what they do most of the time? Is that what, like, birds do? Like, when they catch something, do they just drop it?
There are some that do that.
Because, like, it doesn't have talons, like you said. There's, like...
Yeah, there's I think, is it the California condor that picks up, like, whole goats and, like... deer and
really?
drops them off the side of cliffs and then eats them when they fall.
Oh, I bet. Oh, yeah. It doesn't even, like, I don't think it even picks them up. I think it just, like, nudges them, and they're, like, on these steep-ass cliffs to begin with, so they just fall right off, and easy meal right there. I know crows drop nuts in the middle of the street and have cars run them over.
So then they can eat them.
Smartest bird in the game. They recognize faces. Don't fuck with a crow because it will remember you.
I really like in the middle of this article about the dog getting snatched up is a video titled "Watch Cheeky Seagull Blocks London Traffic Camera."
They're like, we're not in the mood for any seagull news right now.
And it seems like it's a 21-minute video of a seagull sitting in front of a traffic camera.
And it's like, that's like being like, man murders family of 4, and then be like, watch this cute murderer try to cross the street in his chains with his feet chained up. You're like, I'm not into some murderer news right now, because seagulls in my book have gone down. I already didn't like them. Now I hate them. I feel like they're nuisance. They come into the 7th inning of every baseball game and
Goddamn
they fucking
goals.
ruin the game.
Goddamn goals.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Well, that was pretty sad. Hopefully your next one's a little bit better. This one was amazing. This is the one that my girlfriend sent to me, and it is so good. It says, Texas man sentenced to 50 years for stealing $1.2 million worth of food. What food? Fajitas.
Mm-hmm. The old fajita bandit.
$1.2 million. So he worked at a detention center in Texas, and apparently he has been ordering 800 pounds of fajitas like monthly for the past 9 years. 9 years. And they found out when the guy called, and he's like, hey, just let you know, I'm dropping off the 800 pounds of fajitas. And they're like, we don't serve the kids in our detention center fajitas. And he's like, well, I've been delivering these for 9 years. So
Jesus.
So he's been taking them and selling them on the side. To who? I have no idea.
That's wild. That's a wild side hustle.
Yeah. So it's, my favorite part, it says, when sentenced on Friday, Escamilla was also served with a maximum fine of $10,000 on top of his $1,251,578
bail.
Fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even think it's his bail. I think it's like you have to pay these repercussions.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
That is wild. That's
So-
a lot of fajitas. He must have been really good at selling fajitas, or really bad. And he's like, fuck, I ran out again.
He was ordered to pay back the cost of the fajitas.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So
It's a hefty fine.
God, I just don't get how you get 800 pounds of fajitas delivered to a prison and then just be like, put them in the back of my bed.
So
my
would this
car.
be like it's probably like a frozen clump of just like the beef and onions and peppers.
Yeah, I mean, are fajitas?
Is
yeah.
it beef? It's beef. It's beef.
See,
right?
I was thinking of what are the ones wrapped in
Chicken.
corn husks?
Well, you know what? You can.
Those are tamales.
Tamales. Oh,
Tamale.
I think you can technically do any meat of fajita.
Yeah, I don't know, but like it's still
There's
that's a
chicken
shit
fajita. There's
ton.
pork fajita. There's
No,
beef
there is.
fajitas, right? Yeah.
There is, I think. But yeah, so he's facing up to 99 years in prison. Well, 50, but 99 is, I guess, his max.
What's the point of ordering a street fajita if they're not going to bring it out in a sizzling pan?
That's true.
You only order a fajita for the attention.
You want to put it on a nice, a scalding hot pan
It's
with
a showstopper.
with a little handle on it, and then you want to put it in front of me. Be careful, it's hot.
Yeah, and every time you order one, everybody in the restaurant turns and looks at you, and you look
go,
around and go,
ooh,
uh-huh.
I wish I got that.
Yeah.
And then he goes, be careful, it's hot. I couldn't tell by the sizzling everything on it.
The red hot fucking iron pan. Really? So I don't just smash my face into it, huh?
Who's ordered fajitas and went, whoa, this is really hot?
This is a tad bit
I was
extreme for
not
me.
expecting this.
Yeah, this is just a little too extreme.
Can I get some fajitas, but on the same plate on the side? Can I get a side of ice cream? I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling a little ice cream too. So
You guys got Slurpees? Get that Mr. Mime flavored Slurpee.
Stop. So okay, yeah, fajitas. Now you go.
7-Eleven pledges $7,111 to college fund of baby born on 7-Eleven at 7-Eleven weighing 7 pounds and 11 ounces.
Wait. That's a real baby?
Yeah, it's a real baby.
What's its name? 7-Eleven? 7. Like 11 in Stranger Things, but 7.
I believe the baby's name is
Rolled hot dog.
Jameis Brown. Jaime.
Do you think his incubator was that thing that they roll hot dogs in?
I hope
Like
so.
that thing that constantly rolling taquitos and hot dogs?
You got a dent in this baby's head. Let's roll it out.
Let's just keep him on this thing.
2 hours on the roller. We'll work it right out.
Wow. And how much money did you say? You didn't say $7 million.
No, $7,111.
Oh, okay. Well, they're playing it safe. That's still cool though to get $7,000.
Oh, well, yeah, the baby's got to get into college.
Still though, that's I mean, depending on what college he gets into, that might be jack shit actually. So
Yeah.
unless we all get free college. Oh, I'm out of college. I don't care if anybody gets free college anymore. But so I don't know.
Yeah, fuck it.
So,
Do I get reimbursed?
that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, we're gonna get free college. I'm like, oh, I'm out. No,
Yeah. No, make those little bastards pay for it.
Misery loves company, and I love 7-Eleven hot dogs.
I'll take a fat 7,111 right now.
Yeah,
Get some real microphones that aren't $20.
get an apartment that has AC in it.
That'd be tight.
Ooh, because we are burning up right now. Because it is the summer, it is LA, and we are dying.
It is a hot tamale.
So it's a hot fajita.
Yeah.
So
We are the fajita meat. I like to think I'm the green bell pepper.
Let's move on. I guess this is.
You know what goes really well with
I was
fajitas?
about to say, Spring Heel Jack Coffee. Come check out springheeljack.coffee for all your coffee needs. If you like coffee, you like Spring Heel Jack.
Much like the fajitas, it's a showstopper. As soon as it's not so much of the noise, it's the smell. You smell that coffee in the air, everybody in the office is gonna turn and look. And you can maybe just go.
Same with fajitas too.
Yeah, I always have a piping hot pan of fajitas in the office in the morning.
Next time you go to your local restaurant, get your fajitas with a side of coffee, because you could just say to the waiter, I want to burn the shit out of my mouth today.
It's piping hot.
It is. So, yeah, go check out Spring Hill Jack Coffee. It's great coffee, great people, great prices. Do it now. Okay, so now let's just get into these stories that we have, because they are very strange today. So, David.
You don't even know my story.
It doesn't matter. It's going to be strange, dude. So, we go through life being scared of those powerful worldly elements that can kill us in any moment's notice. Can you name them?
Earth, wind, fire, snow, ice.
You got some of them.
Magic.
Fire.
Mudslides.
Fire.
Tsunamis.
Shut the fuck up.
Choking on a Pez dispenser because you thought there's more candy in it, but it was really just the plastic thing that you choked on, but it was also a SpongeBob one. And then your family wants to
Fire,
sue
water.
Nickelodeon.
Stop. Fire, water, wind, and earth are the basic building blocks of our planet, and they are not to be trifled with. But what if I told you there was one element you forgot about that can cause so much more damage?
Pez dispensers.
Yeah. Yes, people, I'm talking about the one, the only, the sticky molasses. As today we discuss the Great Molasses Flood of 1919.
Slow but dangerous.
It is slow but dangerous. Some may say it's fast, actually. You're about to learn some stuff today that's not pertaining to Pez dispensers.
Okay. Oh.
I know you don't want to listen, but you're
Not
going
really.
to. So, the Great Molasses Flood, also known as Boston Molasses Disaster, or the Great Boston Molasses Flood.
I really wanted you to say the Boston Molasses disastrous.
Wait, you let me finish.
I'm sorry.
So there's the Boston Molasses Disaster, or the Great Boston Molasses Flood, and sometimes referred to locally as Boston Molassacre.
Okay.
That's a cool one, right?
Yeah.
So it occurred on January 15th of 1919 in the North End neighborhood of Boston, Massachusetts. The molasses tank belonged to the Purity Distilling Company and stood 50 feet tall and 90 feet in diameter and contained as much as 2,300,000 U.S. gallons of molasses.
Before we get too far, what exactly, I understand what molasses is, but like what is it for cooking mostly?
Well, you're going to put me on the spot like that. Molasses or black treacle is a viscous product resulting from refining sugarcane or sugar beets into sugar. So I think it is for... It's
Making
like
sauces?
Yeah, basically.
And
It's like...
candies like Pez? So I was right.
I kind of thought it
Can
was
we
like
search if there's
syrup.
molasses in Pez?
So it's a sweetener and flavoring foods in the United States, Canada, and elsewhere. So, yeah, I thought it was actually like... was the shit you put on your pancakes.
There's
I know
molasses.
It's syrup.
There is molasses inside a Pez candy, so I was right. Just to get that out there.
You are kind of right. But I always thought it was like just like I thought it was very closely related to syrup. So there might be some typos in here when I reference it as syrup.
Also, is Pez candy halal?
Okay, you need to stop right now. So, at 12:30 p.m., people nearby stated that they heard a thunderous clap and machine gun-like noise as rivets shot out of the tank. It was then followed by a tremendous crashing sound as the molasses tank collapsed down onto the street below. Just so you guys know, molasses is 40% more viscous than water, which makes it have a far greater deal of potential energy, meaning that the shit's going to hurt when it hits you because it's thick.
Like a linebacker.
Three
like a
C's.
DN.
It's 3 C's thick.
3 C's.
Yeah. So the tank exploded as a 25-foot wave of molasses barreled down the street and at the bystanders in the area. Imagine seeing, I didn't even know what molasses was, and now I'm seeing a 25-foot wave of it.
I want to think that it's partly transparent and like a dark brown.
No, it's really thick. It's a dark brown, but it's like,
I understand it's dummy thick, but like, is it slightly
it
transparent?
doesn't look transparent at all. It looks like black sludge.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks thick. So, buildings were swept off foundations, streetcars tipped over, and the people thrown from their feet as the 35-mile-per-hour wave of sticky goo traveled down the street. 35 miles per hour.
You know, you don't think that's very fast because, you know, you jump on the freeway, it's whatever, but like 35 miles per hour is pretty fucking fast.
You know, it's weird. Like, yeah, exactly. Like when I'm on like a bike, I'm not saying I'm going 35 miles per hour, but like when you're on like a scooter, you know, those little like limes or whatever. Yeah. Those hit like 14 max or something like that.
Nowadays, yeah.
Yeah, and that feels really fast, and you're like, oh shit, this doesn't feel. I hit like 90 in my car and be like, oh shit, I'm going 90. Like when I'm like on the 5 or something. Yeah. So it is kind of crazy to think about that. The Boston Globe reported that people were picked up by a rush of air and hurled many feet. So this thing was actually like fucking people up just by like the pressure alone, I guess.
Yeah, people weren't out there doing measurements, seeing who got thrown the farthest. Just
the Great Molasses Toss of 1919.
Yeah.
So while others had debris hurled at them from the rush of sweet-smelling air. So you get a little rush of sweet-smelling air, and then you get hit with the cinder block. It's a 1-2.
It's better than smelling like shit and then getting your head ripped off by something.
It's true. 1919, everything smelled like shit. We talked about this.
Yes.
Anything beyond
Shit.
the 70s smelled like shit. Even the 70s smelled like shit.
70 smelled like shit. I didn't even live that time, but trust me, I just watched a Grateful Dead
I
documentary.
still smell residual shit in the air from the 70s. So, in the chaos of the wave, a truck was also picked up and hurled into the Boston Harbor. When the wave finally stopped, the molasses lay in the streets 3 feet deep.
Ooh.
That's up to your hip. So, this is also another quote from the Boston Post.
It's up to your shoulders.
It is not up to my shoulders. I am 3'9", and I am a strong, proud man.
And I got no neck.
And I live in a castle. So I am royalty. So this is another quote from the Boston Globe, just to like set the scene. It says, molasses waist deep covered the streets and swirled and bubbled about the wreckage. Here and there struggled a form, whether it was animal or human being was impossible to tell. Only an upheaval, a thrashing about in the sticky mass showed where any life was. Horses died like so many flies on sticky flypaper. The more they struggled, the deeper in the mess they were ensnarled. Human beings, men and women, suffered likewise. So this shit is like...
Can't eat your way out of it.
It's thick. It's like, I don't know how thick mole is, but like, I've had mole, but I feel like is mole not as thick?
No. This is much more of a taffy.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think it's a little less viscous than taffy.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go have to buy some molasses. I'm not gonna go buy molasses.
You won't.
I have too little money to be spending it on molasses.
What, is molasses expensive?
Well, it's more money than I'd like to spend on it because I'm not gonna cook anything with it.
So I'm looking at a picture. I would say it's kind of like oil.
Yeah, it looks like oil. It's like really thick. I always thought it was more of like syrupy, and I was like, oh, that's like fun. Now I'm like kind of terrified a little bit more.
It's like hoisin sauce? No.
We're just trying
Which is that one sauce?
It's like molasses.
It's I mean, if you want to boil it down, it's kind of just like molasses.
So, after the initial wave, the molasses became viscous, exacerbated by the cold temperatures of 40 degrees Fahrenheit, trapping those caught in the wave and making it even more difficult to rescue them. So the problem was that the molasses was like kind of heated up because obviously it's in a big tank and it's swirling around. They don't want it to harden. But I guess there's like temperature changes in the past couple days, and I guess the temperature dropped to 40 degrees. And so when that hit the air, it immediately began to harden.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like really, really thick now.
Yeah.
And people like trapped underneath were like really struggling to get out. It was just like the thickest mud you can imagine, you know?
Yeah.
So this is where it gets like eye-opening, because about 150 people were injured and 21 people and several horses were killed.
I don't get how the horses died.
Because horses just like
They're tall.
You've seen like every Western movie. They probably just got spooked and then they fall on their back and then they like, you know, the molasses goes over them and they can't really stand back up.
I can see those dumbass horses going down to take a bite and getting their snout stuck like a goddamn ostrich.
I don't think that they have a tendency to. They do like sugar cubes.
Yeah,
I
they
take
went
that
down
back.
and they got their snout stuck.
Yeah. Or they just got, I mean, that rush of sweet air really gets you.
Yeah.
Knocks you over. Knocks you right on your hindquarters.
Takes a real horse's ass to drown in 3 feet of...
Well, 21 people died too, so fuck.
Honestly, I expected a lot more.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, 150 people injured, I guess, you know.
I thought there were going to be more than that many people die.
Yeah. Well, it was 12:30, so they all show up in the town square and stare at the molasses tank.
Yeah, true.
That daily ritual.
I'm not saying I'm happy.
So some were crushed and drowned by the molasses or by the debris that it carried within. The wounded included people, horses, and dogs, and coughing fits became one of the more common ailments after the initial blast, which I thought was kind of interesting, but it does make sense because it's kind of like fermented alcohol, so I bet there's a lot of like gases in the air and stuff like that. And
Yeah, and I'm sure if you get a big old mouthful of molasses, it's hard to get out of your like throat and stuff, so you're probably trying to cough it out.
I bet there's like a shit ton of like an alcohol-y taste to it because it is made for like baking and stuff like that, right? Like that's the only use for it. Like people don't put that shit straight up on.
I thought it was meant for like thickening sauces and making it sweeter.
I mean, that's kind of baking. That's like a form of. I mean, it's a mixing, which is a part of baking. I don't know, man.
For Christ's sakes.
Jesus, I'm lost here. So it's made for murdering apparently because that's exactly what it's doing right now. So the Boston Globe also posted one of the children's experiences that was on the street that day, stating Anthony DiStasio, walking homeward with his sister from school, was picked up by a wave and carried, tumbling on its crest, almost as though he was surfing. Mm-hmm. So he pits in the I almost called it hoisin sauce, molasses. Mm-hmm. So then he grounded, and the molasses rolled him like a pebble as the wave diminished. He heard his mother call his name and couldn't answer. His throat was so clogged with the smothering goo. He passed out, then opened his eyes to find 3 of his 4 sisters staring at him. So they pulled him out of the mess, I guess. But I mean, that's like the most terrifying thing is just like you're stuck under this thing. And it's just like slowly, once like you get it in your mouth,
the weight keeps going. And,
yeah,
yeah,
and it's getting heavier by the moment because it's so cold outside.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't know, it's terrifying. So police and fire showed up to help as they waded through waist-deep syrup, and some nurses from the Red Cross even dove into the molasses. 4 days elapsed before they stopped searching for people, and many of the dead were so glazed over in molasses that
you couldn't help but eat them.
They made them into like little chocolate Easter bunnies.
Yeah.
So no, but they were hard to recognize. They were like unrecognizable.
No, okay.
So while other victims were swept into the Boston harbor from that sweet air, and were found 3 to 4 months after the disaster, which is insane.
Yeah.
Just to think like the pressure, like in those narrow corridors of probably like Boston, it's just like. That pressure probably like busted windows and like just tossed people, you know. But yeah, I guess all you need to do is get knocked out and then you fall in the water and it's all, you know. You gotta hope that you land face up.
Well, I was reading an article the other day that they're saying when you're unconscious in water, you typically drown.
No, you gotta be face up. That's the trick.
Yeah.
I practice passing out face up.
Well, I've acquired this system where anytime I'm about to pass out, I fill with air. So if I do land in water, I float straight to the top and I rotate because the way your stomach is shaped, the wider base is at the bottom and
The beer gut.
yeah, and the shallower spot is towards the top. So it physically,
It's like a bubble.
yeah, but it's shaped just the way to make your body spin upwards. So then your face is up, and then you can start breathing.
You are a scientist.
I know.
I'm gonna get the Nobel Peace Prize. I swear. So local residents brought a class action lawsuit against the United States Industrial Alcohol Company, which had bought Purity Distillery in 1917. So they went after the big company due to this horrible disaster. And it was one of the first class action suits in Massachusetts and is considered a milestone in paving the way for modern corporate regulations. The company claimed that the tank had been blown up by anarchists. What a cool way to find a scapegoat.
Oh, whoops, my anarchy symbol.
Now everybody's like terrorist, but they used to have anarchists. Those were the ones you needed to watch out for. They'd blown up all the molasses tanks, you know? Mm-hmm. But I just love the company being like, oh, anarchists, you know?
Obviously, all the anarchists are trying to blow up the molasses tanks across the states.
I was gonna say no anarchist was clever enough to be like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go use molasses as a weapon.
Unless they worked there and they knew what it would do.
They worked at the company.
Yeah,
I mean, but do you still know like what? Like I
it had
feel
to
like
have been an inside job.
worst case scenario, you'd be like, oh, everything is gonna be sticky. But like, I would never think that people were gonna die from this. But like,
Well, do anarchists necessarily want to kill people?
I guess they just want to cause anarchy. I guess you're right, technically.
Yeah.
So, okay. Because some of the alcohol produced was to be used in making munitions. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what munitions are.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
feel stupid right now.
Isn't that just like a general term for like food?
I think that's what I thought it was, but like, you know, like I don't know. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb guy. So they were used in making munitions, but a court-appointed auditor found USIA responsible after 3 years of hearings, and the company ultimately paid out $628,000 in damages, which comes out to be about $9.08 million in 2018. Relatives of those killed reportedly received about $7,000 per victim, which would be equivalent to $101,000 in 2018. So that's a pretty hefty chunk.
Yeah.
Like for like somebody that died in that. I mean, 21 people, but like $9 million is like, oh my, that company, like, I don't know.
And what year is this?
1919. It was $628,000, but like,
Oh, okay.
$9 million in today's money.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
okay. Because I was like, wait, I thought this was like in the early
Yeah.
19. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So cleanup crews used salt water from a fireboat to wash away the molasses and sand to absorb it, and the harbor was brown with molasses until summer. The cleanup in the immediate area took weeks, with several hundred people contributing to the effort, and it took longer to clean the rest of the greater Boston area and its suburbs. Rescue workers, cleanup crews, and sightseers had tracked molasses through the streets and spread it to the subway platforms, to the seats inside trains and streetcars. So this shit was everywhere.
Yeah.
It
It's
was
like
also,
sand.
Yeah, it's also on pay telephone handsets and inside homes and to countless other places. The quote was, "Everything that a Bostonian touched was sticky."
Oh, that'd
And
be
that
my
is-
nightmare.
Seriously, that is so bad.
Oh my god, sticky things. Like my hands get sticky. Like I want to cut my fucking hands off. I hate being sticky.
When I drop like utensils like
Oh my
in my
God.
syrup, like when I'm eating like at like a
throw
restaurant,
it away. I throw it away.
I hate it.
I throw it in the forge. I let it burn.
I throw it at the waiter or waitress. Get
Yeah.
me a new. So the tanks. Here's the crazy thing about this. So the tank's poor construction, carbon dioxide levels, rapid weather changes, and increased overload of the tank led to the disaster that took the lives of 21 people and made Boston sticky for a summer. Also, the guy who built it had no architectural or engineering experience and he also said it would groan and shake every time he filled it with water to look for leaks. What a fucking... The guy was just like, I built it, and then it was like... And he's like, didn't fall.
We're good.
Yeah, he just has like his hands on both sides, like a
Anarchy,
house going.
anarchy,
He's
anarchy.
Like, he's like a Jenga. He's like slowly stepping away from it. And he's like, it's good.
Yeah.
But he also says, because he would fill it with water to check for leaks, and it had a shit ton of leaks, I guess. Because also when he filled it with molasses, the tank leaked so badly that it was just painted brown to hide the leaks.
Oof.
So
It's always a good. It's like when you paint your apartment black to hide the mold.
yeah, that's why I always have brown pants.
Yep.
Brown pants.
Brown in the back, yellow in the front.
So the steel was also half as thick as it needed to be. So I mean, this guy's just kind of checking all the boxes for like how to build a shitty fucking container, and he's just like, yeah, I'm doing it. Should we put it on a roof under people? I mean, over people? Yeah, okay, we'll do that too.
Don't put it in the basement.
Put it in a highly populated area on a rooftop.
Yeah.
So next to the anarchist
Helicopter
hideout.
landing.
Yeah. So remember, next time you go to build something yourself, maybe you should check with a pro and get it like tested out a little bit better before you go putting it on a rooftop. You know?
Well, I do the 3 kick rule.
So
Anytime you build something, you give it 3 good kicks, and if it's still there, you're good to go.
3 kicks.
Just 3 good kicks.
Does that include children?
Well, you do a good front kick, you do a spin kick, and then you do a donkey kick, and that's when you kick with your heel going backwards.
I do a nice scorpion kick. I get the leg behind the head, come down like a scorpion.
I'd love to
tail.
see that.
I could do it.
Okay.
I need a couple beers first.
You did just build that bookshelf.
So
Let's test it after we record.
But my last thing I have to say is, in the end, we must remember the people and horses who died in this disaster as the fallen heroes they were. And next time you're enjoying a pancake or a waffle at your local breakfast joint, remember to ask for an extra side of syrup and take a shot for our sticky boys and girls who lost their lives that day.
Yeah, rest in peace to the sticky boys and girls and those stupid fucking horses.
The horses had nothing to do with it.
Nope.
They were
Maybe the
innocent.
horses were the anarchists.
They were innocent. Maybe they give it a swift kick, and that's all it took.
Yeah, I mean, a horse's kick, as much as I'm going to shit on horses tonight,
Big
they might
donkey fan, not a horse fan.
They might be a little more powerful than mine.
It's true.
I'll give it to them. So my story today also takes place in Massachusetts. I can't say that word. I fuck it up every time. I always have as a child.
I thought you were making a joke.
No.
Massachusetts?
I usually just say massive 2 shits because I think it's funny and it hides my my sadness.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
There
I have
you
to hear
go.
someone else say it first.
Yeah.
So yeah, mine also takes place in Massachusetts. And so today I'm going to dive into quite possibly one of my favorite new discoveries of American creatures. One I did not know about and did not know exists. But I always felt like I had a missing hole in my heart for something like this. And I'm glad I found these guys to fill that perfect hole.
Oh, I found a nice guy to fill that hole.
Mm-hmm. So today I'm going to talk about the Pukwudgie. Pukwudgie.
Pukwudgie.
Pukwudgie. Is that how you say it? I never actually looked it up. Pukwudgie.
Yeah, I've heard an episode of Lore where they talk about a
God damn
Pukwudgie.
it.
What?
Fucking lore.
No, it's different. He does dramatic readings. We
Yeah, I
do.
don't-
What's the opposite of dramatic?
Shit.
Massive 2 shits.
Massive
We
two
are
shits.
massive 2 shits.
We are 2 massive 2 shits.
Oh, we're not 2 massive 2 shits. That's 4 shits.
Yeah.
We're just massive 2 shits.
Yeah, we're just massive 2 shits. So the Pukwudgie are a magical creature who are native to the United States of America. USA. 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 Oh, that was too loud.
That
I'm sorry.
peaked.
So Pukwudgies are short, gray, and large-eared magical creatures who are believed to be distant relatives of the classical European goblin.
Okay, because you threw me for a loop there when you said short gray. You know, I'm thinking of our alien buddies.
I know.
up
I'm
there.
excited. I'm excited.
So-
I did notice Chi-Chi's been quite quiet tonight.
GG.
He's been working on that one chicken nugget for about an hour and a half.
I think Gary had a talk with Chi Chi because Gary's kind of like the haunted doll. If
The
you
older
guys don't know.
brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, we haven't talked about Garrett in a while.
No, yeah, but he's like the seasoned vet. He knows when to talk. He knows when to eat his nuggie, and Chi Chi don't know that yet. He's getting feisty. He's hornier than ever right now.
God.
The heat brings out the horny.
It really does. We were not ready for this.
Yeah.
So if you guys are experiencing the same issues with your Chi-Chi being just incredibly horny, and you know what to do, please let us know.
He got his tidy whities on. He's got his fedora on. He's got a tank top.
Oh, yeah, it is nice. What does it say bedazzled on it?
What does it say?
I can't read that. What does it say?
It says slut.
He's got the good old Lindsay Bluth tank top on, I see.
Yep.
So these are these creatures are related to the classical European goblin, and both goblins and Pukwudgies are known to help or play tricks on humans.
I don't like being fooled.
No, you
That's
don't.
the one thing I don't like.
The joke's on you. I haven't uploaded any of these episodes.
I've been talking into a void for the past year.
I don't even have a software to record this. You
I
can't
feel like
see that.
I feel like Creed Bratton, like when Ryan tricked him into uploading all of his shit into the blogspot.
Yeah.
Creed.blogspot. He's like, I don't think the internet's ready for his Creed thoughts.
So, Pukwudgies are dangerous little fucks because they are incredible marksmen with bow and arrows. Especially,
What?
You didn't know this?
Well, see, I only know them as like little like furry guys that live in the forest that play tricks. I didn't know they're an army.
As far from my
Those are Ewoks,
research, they
kind
don't.
of.
Well, as far from my research, I don't see anything about them being furry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I always pictured him as like kind of like furryish. Like I kind of pictured him like an Ewok, but creepier.
Honestly, through the pictures that I've seen, they look kind of like a cross between a gnome and a goblin.
A gnome or a gnoblin?
Not a gnoblin and not a gnome, but a gapudgskis. But yeah, they're not very furry.
Okay.
At least as far as I can see.
Little leathery bastards.
Yeah, so, well, the reason why they're so dangerous with their bow and arrows is because they are well known to wield poison-tipped arrows.
Oh shit. Okay, wait. What do we have poisoned in the forest? We got plants. Or are they doing like frogs that I don't know about? Massive two shits.
Massive Two Shits is well known for the poison dart frog. You touch it once and you're dead.
They dip them in molasses.
Yeah, the molasses frog. It doesn't jump very fast. It's more waiting for you to step on it.
You just
Barefoot.
sink.
Yeah. So these little creeps are most famous for having one of the four, I'm going to fuck this name up, Ivil Mori house named in their honor. But what is Ivil Mori, you ask? Well, this is a future episode topic because it's basically a real-life Hogwarts.
Oh, that's right.
The Ivil Mori School of Witchcraft and Wizardry is an American wizarding school located on Mount Greylock in Massive Two Shits.
Oh, wait. Is that what Magnificent Beasts is like based off of?
Well, if you thought any of that was true, I'm sorry, it's not. It's just a school in America from the Harry Potter books.
You fucking ass.
When I was writing this, though, I actually thought it was real for a second, and I thought it was like just some like, like kind of cult that had like a fake school to teach like witchcraft. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then I kept going, and then I was like, oh wait, no, this is just from the Harry Potter book.
I mean, those Potter fans, they're resourceful. I think
Yes.
that they could put together, get us some grants, get some loans, build a castle, put
mean-
a frog boy in there, do some magic.
I'm not above believing that somewhere there is a place that thinks they teach actual like witchcraft and wizardry.
Oh yeah,
So I kind of bought it for a second.
it's in a
and then
guy
I'm like, oh.
named it's in a guy named Seth's basement,
Yeah, Seth.
and they shoot Roman candles at each other.
Firebolt. But much like trolls, phoenixes, and many other creatures in the Harry Potter universe, these little bastards existed in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously
like the
they didn't-
phoenixes.
Phoenixes. Is it? It's probably just phoenix, isn't it? The plural for phoenix is probably just phoenix.
Phena, Phena.
Okay.
That's
and
a Boy Meets World joke.
yeah. And so we're gonna continue here. The name Pukwudgie is translated by a man named Henry Schoolcraft, which no, this is not a Harry Potter character.
Henry Schoolcraft.
Yeah, I had to Google him because I was
That
like,
guy
that
can
has to be
build you a
fake name.
fucking school.
Yeah. And so it translates into Little Wild Man of the Woods That Vanishes. I don't know how that all translates into that, but
That's
it
my
does.
translation.
What's up?
That's Alex Tobin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we've lost you in the woods numerous times. Actually, my cousin, or no, it wasn't my cousin. It was my sister-in-law. I was FaceTiming her the other day, and she was like, "It was so weird. I had a dream the other night that, or I had a dream like last night when I was talking to her, and she's like, that you went missing on a snow camping trip, and
they found you behind a freezer.
Well, no, and then she's like, then we found one of your friends that was dead, and so we thought you're dead. And Riley and I looked at each other and said, it was probably Tobin.
I would never fucking die. I'm still never gonna fucking die. I'm gonna live forever.
Hopefully. So this creature,
Me and Seth had been talking. Mm-hmm. I have a spell.
Yeah. Well, Chi-Chi needs a lover for a long time. So yeah, this creature who is found in Delaware, and I'm gonna fuck this one up.
You can't say any states.
I said Delaware, fine.
Delaware.
Well, I was just getting ready for this next one. Wampanoag.
That's
folklore.
That's not a state.
That's Native American.
Oh, okay.
Folklore. So it's Delaware folklore.
Wampanoag?
Yeah.
Wampanoag.
I could buy that.
Okay.
Wampanoag. And it is said to be 4 to 5 feet tall. Before I get ahead of myself, Henry Rowe Schoolcraft was an American geographer and geologist who is noted for his early studies of Native American cultures.
Okay.
So he learned this stuff through working with the Wampanoag.
Yeah.
Wampanoag?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really bad with reading Native American
You're
names.
Not Native American. Free pass.
Hey, my dad claims I've got like 1%. So according to legend, the name still throws me off every fucking time I see it.
Pukwudgie.
The Pukwudgie can appear and disappear at will, lure people to their deaths if they want.
Hell yeah.
Use magic, launch poison arrows with impeccable accuracy, and create fire at will.
Whoa, that's a useful one. If you're in the woods, that's the most useful.
See, this is great because they don't have like the Superman problem where they're just like too good at everything, but they've got a good roster of powers and abilities.
Yeah, they fucked up Superman. They stacked him too big.
Yeah, it's just not fun.
No.
Oh, he's got the kryptonite again.
Especially when they're like, Superman, that's cool. They're like, okay, now Batman, and they're like, he's good at finding people.
He's the greatest detective of all time.
Exactly, but that doesn't really compare to faster than a speeding bullet.
And can, deflect
frost eyes.
Frost eyes?
He has
What?
frost breath laser eyes. Sorry.
It's too much. It's stupid. Superman sucks. Superman sucks. Quote me there.
Pukwudgie vs. Superman, the new movie coming out.
Poison tips, bitch. You think you can pull poison out of fucking massive two-shit forests?
All they have to do is convince him to kill himself. Right? Is that what they do? Is that what they do, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
So Native Americans believed the Pukwudgies were once friendly to humans, but one day they turned against the human race, and they are now best to be left alone. According to the lore, a person who annoys a Pukwudgie would become their target to nasty tricks from the creature and would be followed and bothered nonstop everywhere they went.
Oh fuck! Well, do they deal with suburbs if I get out of the forest?
Yes.
Oh shit!
So I will talk about that later. They are known to kidnap people, push them off cliffs, attack their victims with short knives and spears.
Knives and spears. You have to
They're
really...
like the short game and long game.
Yeah.
They don't like that mid game.
They're like,
They're either going to get
no
you from a
long way.
distance or real close.
Yeah. They like to see the life drain out of your eyes.
So my favorite thing is that they love to do the old American pocket sand trick.
Oh, they throw pocket sand?
Yeah, so they love
Dale?
to like Dale. They like to blind people with a quick toss of sand to the eyes, which I don't think there's a lot of sand in massive two shits.
Like that. Those are.
This is more impressive.
These are beach. There could be a lake nearby, but that's like beach Pukwudgie material.
So, remind me again the tribe.
Wampum. Let's call them wampums.
I feel like that's got to be offensive.
It has to be, but like
anytime you shorten a culture's name, it's probably a derogatory term.
Womp.
Don't do that.
Okay.
So the Wampanoag
There you go.
tribe has a detailed origin story for the Pukwudgies. And legend has it that the creatures originally got along well with humans, but humans were distracted by their relationship with the Maushop.
What?
And the Maushop was a giant and kind-spirited creature who actually ended up creating the landmass we know as Cape Cod.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna need a description of what these little fuckers look like.
The little fuckers or the big fucker?
What do you call them? Mouse?
Mouse Shop was one giant who made Cape
Oh,
Cod.
he's a giant.
He's a giant kind-like creature.
How did he make the island? Did he just is that him? Is he the island? Is he swimming?
I didn't focus my story on him.
I'm sorry.
So jealous, the Pukwudgies were angry, and
Little man syndrome.
And they were angry that they were not as loved and celebrated as Mouse Shop.
Make an island, then we'll talk.
Exactly. So they began to cause more chaos and mischief around for all of the humans. After the Wampanoag, goddamn, I think I put another P in there.
Womp.
All right. After the Womps had a talk with Mouse Shop's wife, Mouse Shop, which I should have looked into it more because I was like,
even the mouse shop has a girlfriend.
well, he has a wife, but I was like, I should look into the wife.
Who
Why she has
married
power.
them? Who married them?
God, Jesus Christ.
Giant god.
So after he talked to his wife, Mouse Shop exiled the Pukwudgies and forcibly spread them far and wide across North America, separating each other from themselves. Banished and separated to be lost from each other, many of the Pukwudgies found their way back, and they were not happy about it. The Pukwudgies decided to take their vengeance by killing Mouse Shop's 5 sons. And in some variations of the story, they also killed the Cape creator Mouse Shop himself, ending his presence in all of the folklore.
Those assholes.
Yeah, it kind of a shit move.
Because Mouse Shop's bringing a lot to the table. He's got 5 sons. He's got a wife. He's got a loving family. And these little fuckers.
You forgot about the part when he made a Cape Cod.
Yeah, he also made Cape Cod. I've never been there.
Heard it's beautiful this time of year. So one of the first mentions of the little shits in literature comes from a poem by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. What a name.
He's cool.
And his poem was titled The Song of Hiawatha, which refers to the mischievous Pukwudgies, and saying that they killed another giant. You're going to love this. Killed a giant named Quasind by pelting him with pine cones.
Oh, no.
How many pine cones does it take to kill a giant? I honestly think you can throw pine cones at me for the rest of my life and it wouldn't kill me. It would be annoying as hell.
Yeah. Do you think pine cones were different back then?
I mean, I have seen those pine cones that are like the size of a rugby ball.
I mean, but they have deadly accuracy.
And they have sharp edges, but still.
And if you get a lot of Pukwudgies throwing a lot of pine cones right at your head and never missing, oof.
I bet the giant Quasind was driving his little VW bug and had the window down, blasting some tunes, and caught a pine cone right to the eye and crashed.
Swerved.
Yeah.
Swerved.
That's the only way I can think of it.
Yeah.
So Pukwudgies are often tied to two specific places. Many reported to have been seen in the woods of massive two-shits. We're going to lose every listener from that state.
We don't have any.
We should have looked at the numbers first. So police in Freetown actually have up Pukwudgie crossing signs near the state forest.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. So Freetown is a state park located in between Fall River, Freetown itself, and Lakeville. Fall River has already gained a murderous reputation for the as the longtime home of Lizzie Borden.
Oh, hacking with an accent.
You know about her?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
okay.
they have this song where it's like something. Oh, a lot of people are gonna get mad at me when I say this. I'm gonna fuck it up, but it's like she hit her father with an axe 40 times, and then she gave her mother 42 or something like that.
Whose song is this?
It's Lizzie.
Is that the Smash Mouth song?
Nickelback.
Oh, it's Nickelback.
Rasta band.
We are gonna record a single for Nickelsack soon.
It's actually Snow, and it's the guy who sings Informer sings that one. You know, Informer. Skibbity bum bum, yeah. He sings.
Oh, okay.
He sings the Lizzie Borden
I didn't know
song.
what the fuck you're talking about until I got the
Skibbity bum bum, yeah. Yeah, that's him.
Okay. So people that do not know, she was a woman who was suspected of murdering her father and stepmother with an axe in the 1890s. But this park is also home to the 100-foot cliff known as the Ledge that overlooks the quarry.
Ooh.
There have been many suicides at this ledge by people who are not showing any signs of motivation of
Wait.
self-harm.
Real suicides?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Well, and so basically everybody who has committed suicide off of this showed no signs of self-harm or depression or like means to hurt themselves at all. And so a lot of people point the finger at the mischievous Pukwudgie, thinking that they shoved him off.
Or at least convinced them.
No, I think they do that.
I thought they were like good, like they could convince you, right?
No, I think they just yeet you.
They eat you off a cliff.
That was bad.
That was
I shouldn't have said that one.
I was like, okay, we took a solemn turn. You said the word suicide, and you can't bring up yeet. We need a 5-minute barrier before you say yeet.
I fucked that one up. I'm sorry, guys.
No yeet yet.
No yeet yet.
No yeet yet.
All right, so the area's police are still on the fence if they completely buy the legend of the Pukwudgie. It kind of depends on who you get to talk to. But when police hear from the civilians with reports of the creatures, they typically make it clear that they do not find it amusing at all. So it's never like a prank call. It's like people are actually very fucking upset.
Okay.
A more recent report. Yeesh.
Yeet.
So not 5 minutes yet. God damn it. A more recent report was by a woman who said she saw a Pukwudgie in the forest who followed her home and tapped on her bedroom window, staring at her all night to prevent her from getting any sleep.
Oh, what a little creep.
I feel like that's really creepy. I kind of get goosebumps thinking about that little fucker just tapping on the window.
Hey, I didn't cut my nail for this. I wanted it to be very loud. I feel like they talk like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're little creepies, like watching you through your window. He's like, why? I mean,
I like your pajamas.
If I can't sleep, you can't sleep.
Hey, you're running low on water. You should get some more. You might be thirsty in the middle of the night.
Hey, what infomercial are you watching? Is it that sticky tape that holds the boat together? Sounds like the guy from Family Guy.
What's his name?
Herbert the Pervert.
Herbert the Pervert.
Yeah. Hey, what you watching? You watching an old Bernie Mac episode?
Rest in peace, Bernie Mac. Oh, man. With their incredibly convenient powers to appear and disappear with ease, it makes capturing one or even snapping a photo of one damn near impossible. But it's safe to say, if you're wandering the woods of massive two-shits and you see a 4-foot gray man with pointy ears wielding a bow and arrows, it's best to avoid it by any cause or even...
That's Uncle Terry.
That is Uncle Terry.
You still should avoid him. That's Chi-Chi's uncle.
That's Chi-Chi's uncle Gary. No,
Terry,
Gary. It's the Parks and Rec thing where we just keep changing it. So avoid them at any cause, or else you might spend the night with a tap 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 at the window, or worse. They might toss you off a fucking cliff.
Sometimes I leave my windows open. Oh shit.
Well, luckily we're pretty far from the big two.
Yeah, but they are familiar. the big two shit. Yeah, but like they have been all across America when that giant yeeted them. So they landed in L.A. That one's like fuck. The other one landed in Chicago. He has way less of a walk than I do right now, but he's familiar with the area, and that one's coming for me, I think.
Yeah, probably.
So. Well, thank you, David. That was very informal. Skimmity bum bum, yeah.
Skimmity bum bum, yeah.
And we appreciate you guys.
My skibbity bum bum.
We appreciate you guys listening to these episodes, even though we are annoying. And if you made it this far, good on you.
Good job.
Thank you. And thank you guys. Go check out campstrange.com for all the hyperlinks. We got Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we also, if you guys could rate, review, and subscribe, that would be awesome. It really helps us out. What else am I supposed to? Merch. We have merch. We have mugs. We have shirts. We have merch. We also, David, what else do we have?
What
else do we have?
We've got a water bottle full of my love notes I was too chicken shit to give to people in middle school.
You have a water bottle full of love notes.
From middle school.
So you can never read them again?
It's a lot of 50-cent quotes.
We have a 50-cent CD with In the Club on it, and you played that song a lot.
Was that Get Rich or Die Trying?
Yes, it was.
That was a really good album.
Really
I
good.
haven't listened to that one in a while. We have pencils.
We have a katana signed by Randy Jackson.
When you see, you're not gonna get it signed. We have cell phone cases made of glass,
That's the worst idea ever.
but they look great.
We have a nipple piercing.
I was just looking at your nipples. We're both shirtless right now. It's really hot.
It's super hot in here. I hope this changes the whole idea of what you guys were listening to this whole time.
This is why we don't do live streams.
we don't do live shows.
Completely naked.
Because Chi-Chi is losing it right now looking at us. So he's not gay.
I want to see the
He's
Chi-Chi.
not. He's not.
I want to
gay.
see the hands.
He's not gay. He's not straight. He's not. He's just horny and he's looking.
Put the hands up out of the pockets, Chi-Chi.
We have Chi-Chi sized condoms for you.
No, we don't.
Well, you do.
We don't.
You do. We don't. We have to realize we don't have those guys.
All right, you guys love those salt lamps. Well, we got black pepper lamps.
We know you.
How is that not a thing?
I don't know. That should be a thing. We know you guys like lava lamps. So what's the opposite of lava? Help me out here.
Mr. Mime Slurpees?
Toothpaste. We have toothpaste lamps.
I think that's enough.
Okay, we're good.
I'm too tired
Shut
for
this shit off, dude. Okay, David, you got anything to say before we leave?
Sharpen your pencils before you leave the house.
And don't forget to stay strange.